swinging out the window with them things became a routine. If you got off beans, you can put 50 in some blue jeans. I served them, she got the upper hand and how that bubble bends navy blue. You do what you do to get paid, I do what I get paid to do. I knew this was gonna come. I knew it. I knew it. I said what I said in the last video because, you know, you gotta put the negative energy out in the universe for the positive result to happen, because God's a troll. Sometimes you gotta reverse psychology the universe. I said that Kanye wasn't even gonna drop, and then boom, he dropped. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying you got me to think, but last year I wasn't really that hype on it because I just didn't have anything out there, you know. But this time around we got listening parties, 3 of them as a matter of fact. I've had people that went to the concerts that I know personally texting me videos, texting me photos. One of my literal friends went to the concert, got kicked out already because he was too hot. I don't know what he was thinking or doing. But basically, I've had to steer clear of spoilers for this album since it was announced. I've been spoiled, so I already know Baby Keem is on this record. I already know Jay-Z is on this record. Those are 2 people that I know for sure going to be on this album. The Jay-Z record really fucked me up, bro, because I would have loved to just listen to this first time and not know that he was on the record, but someone really did spoil that for me, so fuck you. You named this record after your mother. I really did want there to be some cover art. I don't know why it's all black. I think that we're probably going to get a change to this cover art at some point. I'm ready to listen to it. It's 27 tracks. Kanye heard me say that I don't like long albums and that deluxes are trash, and then he went on ahead and released an album that was an hour and 40 plus minutes. 27 tracks, plenty of room to go wrong, but plenty of room to make up for lost time as well. Panda. I'm sorry, that was just the first thing that came to my head. I don't want to speculate on anything as far as a concept or a message or an idea for this album, but in my mind, that chant just calling for Donda in this empty void is almost just, I don't know. And again, I know people go, yo, no, you're looking too deep into it. It's the first track, get the whole thing a listen. Hey, bro, get off my wee-wee. Let me speculate, all right? Get off my penis. That just sounds so reminiscent of a kid just, you know, without his mother, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do for the remainder of his life because his mom is gone. You can't, what? Look, man, suck my dick. 2 is jail. Oh, no, it's really here. Yes. Oh, these guitar riffs, oh my god. Why did this isn't supposed to sound good. You have those tracks that aren't supposed to sound good, that on a technical level, if we just talk about what good music is, that's not what it's supposed to sound like, and it's still good. Oh my god, he's trying to hit me with in my cells. The first track. No. Made in the image of God. No! You don't get the first track on the album. I'm sweating profusely. It was a bad idea. It's 90 degrees outside. The devil is around me. Why does Jay-Z have the first verse on the album? I'm with your baby when I touch back road. Oh my. Don't stop all of that red cat. We going home. Nah, this. They didn't have to do that. They did not have. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing? It's like Hov is giving him a baptism. That's not what I mean either. All right, get off my wee-wee. Donda, I'm with your baby tonight. Oh my fucking goodness. That almost made me cry. Kanye, step to the side real quick. Let me talk to your mom. Like, what? And Jesus, like Moses and Jesus, you're not in control of my thesis. Don't have to see you to touch you. This is what Braille look like. It's on sight. Oh, what the? This is the first track. Don't have to touch you to see you. This is what Braille looks like. It's on sight. What are you doing? Nah, he got it. He got it. Bro, I just loved this constant air of ascension around this track to me. It's just consistently rising and going up and up and up. At a point, we get to like the pinnacle of what this track is supposed to be sonically, and then we just stay there. It doesn't like falter or waver. It just stays. And also, I don't know what that track is supposed to mean. I don't know if he means that the people have put me on trial and I've done all these things for them to judge XYZ, but God is the one who has the final say so he's gonna, you know, post my bail, and then he'll decide whether or not I'm guilty. It's the first track. God breathed. Can you relax? No, he got his hands on this. I know we got a chance on it. Let me know something. Who y'all with? Oh, I can imagine. This track is like a seizure. It's like his voice is glitching in and out of the track too. Bro. God, this 808. More than I can say for you. Yo. This drum is on my wee. This is very, very Yeezus era. It's very 808s and Heartbreak era. I wouldn't call it ominous, but it's very alarming, like vocal, like this ooh, like in the background. That is amazing for setting like the stage for what this track is supposed to feel like. It's like being unable to defeat the protagonist because he has plot armor. That's what this track feels like. He's like protected in a way. And I think that's like what he's insinuating with this track. Breathe on this. I know God breathed on this. I know God breathed. That's fire. Dude. Whoever this is, I've heard him on that other track, the trailer for the Shikari Kanye trailer like a couple weeks ago. I don't know who that is. It reminded me of Post Malone, but y'all told me it wasn't him. I just forgot the name of the person y'all said it was. But now they want to hold me, not too big on people talking. Okay, now they gotta show me. No God breathe on me. This is amazing. God should have breathed on my battery because I'm down to 8%. This shit by the end. This is fantastic, bro. This is crazy. Track could have been cut a little bit shorter, but that is a cinematic experience. That is fantastic. That is completely what it feels like to just be the main character. That's what that track feels like. When you know you have this protection or this anointing or this covering, this layer, it's almost like you live in a sheath where nothing or no one can touch you. I know we're gonna get to the Bible verse at some point. Nothing or no one formed against me shall prosper. That literally is what that track feels like. Track number 4 is Off the Grid. You know what's crazy? All these tracks are 5 minutes so far, and I've liked them. That never happens. Ooh, I know I didn't just... Don't do this, man. Please don't. I think that's Carti, bro. Bro, this is how you use drums. I'm sorry, y'all niggas not doing it right. Y'all about to have me acting weird. This is what I need to hear him on. Oh, muscle spasm. Oh, see, when I get excited, I use my whole body at once. I don't think my brain knows how to just use one part of me when I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of energy I need Carti on all the time. You did not. Shut the fuck, Fivio. Just transition this from just regular, standard, you know, hip hop, kind of trap, and just immediately go into drill. Oh yeah, and I also knew Fivio was gonna be on here. That also got spoiled for me. I just didn't know it was gonna be on this track. I didn't know we were transitioning into a drill beat and then having Fivio go crazy. Bro, this is why he will keep winning as an artist. He's not afraid to work with anybody. That is why he will keep growing as an artist, because he's not afraid of breaking a boundary, pushing open a barrier. I know you can say, oh, Fivio is still hip-hop. He's not that boundary pushing. There are plenty of artists that wouldn't work with him. Not because of something that he's done, but because they don't think that they can make a good song with him. Not just him, plenty of people. But I'm just saying, that resourcefulness, that forward-thinking ideology that just keeps you, let me not restrict myself from working with this guy or this guy or this guy. We can all make good music, and I'm gonna put it together. DJ Khaled could never. I got some demons, I'm not even dealing with a chimney. I got a few on the. Bro, why are you still going? You proved your point. I'm sorry for ever calling you trash at any point if I ever disrespected you. Power, that's my leverages. I got this holy water, that's my beverages. I gotta help myself out of. Bro, why am I just now like acknowledging Kanye's rapping over drill so easily and fluidly and just sounds amazing? 3 tracks in, and this is already the best shit he's put out since The Life of Pablo. I completely forgot about Playboi Carti in the beginning. Fivio went on for a minute, and I'm not saying that I didn't want him to go on for that long, but I just didn't expect him to go that long. I love the transition of the foundation of this track, how it goes from more of a track suited for Playboi Carti, not even that, to a track more suited for Fivio, and then Kanye's like, you know what, let me try my hand at this too. Let me not ruin the vibe. Let me not try to do too many. I don't need to do too much, you know what I mean? Let me adapt, you know what I'm saying? All right, one of my friends did tell me to look out for Hurricane. Also, shout out to everybody in Louisiana. I can imagine how you feel right now. That just looks terrible. A Category 4, dealing with that again after all this stuff that's happened, after so many years. Bro, just don't. All lights off. Nah. 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 Shut the fuck up. What? Whoa, bro, stop! No! Track is fucking called Walk on Water. Sometimes I want to go where I started, but it all depends. On the deep end of the... Why did he sound so angelic when he came in the Weeknd? Why did he sound so angelic? Having that like glitchy, devilish almost kind of insert in the middle of the Weeknd's opening verse, I don't know, man. That just gives me that impression like there's a darkness in you even while you still have like this holiness around you. I don't know. That just, hey, that sonically this is different. That sounds really stupid because the whole album is something that you have to listen to. So yeah, obviously sonically it's gonna hit different, but I'm just saying like sonically it gives you a completely different experience. And then Baby comes in, bro, like Lil Baby. Y'all know how much I feel Lil Baby recently.
Told me the way to beat the game is on the defense and never face by you better off trying to call, I might not get the message.
Bro, all these fucking football references. Be quiet.
God made it rain, the devil made it hell. Boom.
Come on, bro. Wait, you referencing your past albums? I just caught that. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Is this an organ in the background too? Am I tripping? Like, I really didn't need that. I needed it. Actually, I did. Lil Baby killed his feature. Tons of football and running back references. And track number 6 is Praise God. Yes! I'm still up on top. Can't pay me to stop. This is too much, man. Seriously, like I can't just keep up with this. Like my heart, it feel like it's about to explode. Oh, the flow, bro. Flowing like you on your period or some shit. This rising vocal in the background, bro. Every time it fills this track with such importance, adds such a massive divinity to these songs. I'm still outside, let's get right. Yes. Let's get right. Right? Yeah! Nah, bro. Did he say bada da boom, I bottled the boom? Does that mean you suppressed your depression? Chill. I know. Where did you get that from? I just took what he said, boom, like from a gun. I bottled the boom, like I prevented myself from booming. Like, that's how I felt about that line. You can't tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm wrong, but you can't really tell me I'm wrong. This is hard. You know, that, again, I'm assuming, I think I'm wrong, but I might be right. If there's an organ playing in the background, right, or it's a synth like that gives me the reminder, it's giving off the resemblance of an organ, that gives such a stark contrast from the drums. The drums are so dark and add such a heaviness to these tracks, put so much weight on it, while at the same time being elevated by this synth or by these organs that give it this golden, very divine feel to it. It's a really contrasting element that's kind of clashing, but it makes the whole track that much better. All right, stop. You were good without the auto-tune. Stop. I'm shaking. That track was fantastic. I love that track. Keem killed his verse. Could have done without Travis because I really don't even remember his part. I know people are going to say, yo, you just hate on Travis Scott for no reason now. I do. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, like, I don't. Because he don't really be saying nothing, man. I really feel like that. Not that Keem was just, you know, going Nas mode on this record either. It's just to say that he had the personality to kind of make you overlook the sometimes lack of substance in what he might be saying. You know, Kanye has that delivery too. I just don't think that Travis does. He fit the track. He flowed well. I think everything about this track came together for just a beautiful experience, like a great experience. Track number 7 is Jonah. Who is this, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If at the end of all this life shit, you get to your maker and it's like, bro, you can be up here, but you can't listen to no music, bro. You mean to tell me I can't take my vinyl to heaven? I can't I can't take none of my favorite songs to heaven. If that's what's going on, I need headphones, bro. Like, that don't mean I don't want to hear the angels in the background, but like, can I still play drill next to Jesus? Does Jesus fuck with drill? Like, I just want to know. Like, give me a sign and let me know. Like, if all those bum ass Tupac and like dead rap images of all of them hugging, even though they have nothing in common with each other in heaven, if all those things are true, like, you gotta give me headphones. You have to.
I wasn't scared to die with him. That was my biggest fear.
Is this Durk?
Know how I feel to lose a brother. We got a bond still.
Oh, that's so fucked up. Dude, Durk is losing like everyone around him too. I pray for that man, really, because that sucked. Bar about Kanye and Jay just beef, you know, going back and forth because they're brothers or whatever. That's so, like, you don't need people around that are hyping up that kind of negativity when there was such a connection beforehand. Seeing something like that isn't really funny. It's just more like, yo, these are two people that have a problem with each other, you know? And sometimes with family or sometimes with people that you love, you don't talk to each other for a few years. Maybe y'all do something to one another and it's just not, you know, something that you could reconcile immediately, but it just takes time.
When you on tour, I bet you check in, cause my guys back to work. It's a Monday like that.
I hope you check in, you know, when you come here. I don't know who he's talking about. One could assume Drake. I don't know who else he could be talking about. Maybe Chant and him are beefing, you know, behind the scenes and, you know, he said something crazy. That'd be crazy for Chance the Rapper to go against Kanye, bro. Track number 8, Okay, Okay. Are we gonna get a repeat of the That Part feature on Schoolboy Q's album? Also, before we continue, I don't like how Kanye is contributing the least to some of these tracks. Like, some of these records are literally made because, you know, that track for me was Vory and it was Durk. The track before that, it was Keem. The tracks before that, it was Fivio. But Kanye also killed. So I'm not, like, sometimes he's doing it, sometimes he's killing. Other times the features are kind of carrying it. Oh yeah, he killing. He killing. He killing. He going crazy. Oh my God, this nigga is on some shit. Are you? This is that crack music, nigga. You talking to Drake? Are you talking to Satan? Or is Drake Satan? The 6?
I'm not okay.
Me neither.
They don't keep me around cause I'm straight truth. My dog locked up, had more home runs.
Who the fuck is that? Hey, y'all need to be on a Kanye album to make. Like, why do y'all do this? Why do you wait until a Kanye releases a record to sound great?
Grip tight like a noose. Tell your story with a bad ending cause I'm not a Seuss. She told me to go to hell like I ain't been yet. And I still put it
Oh
on
my, I'm an hour into this listen and I'm only through, what, 8 tracks? Once again, favorite part of that track is just the drums. They're coming in at just the right time. Heavy as fuck, adding this weight to these tracks. I love it. Again, it's very reminiscent to me of 808s and Heartbreaks because 808s and Heartbreaks had that similar minimalist but still very drum heavy sound. Slight elements from Yeezus, but for the most part, like, this is still great. Track number 9 is Junya. Yo, when the hi-hats come in, this song will go crazy. Bro, you have to do hi-hats. Right now, all he's working with is the organ, the drums, and the snare, and that's it. Bro, we need hi-hats on this. No! They're very, very slight, but I finally hear it. I need them to be louder. Whoa, relax. It sounds like I'm getting fucked. I'm not the only one, though. Bro, I hate that song because you didn't... All that really needed was just a lot of hi-hats. And I know people probably aren't gonna like that. That song was kind of filler, though. It was. I'm not gonna lie. That song wasn't that great. It was good, though. Don't get me wrong, I'm still enjoying it. I still like it. But there was something missing in terms of just like overall resources that could have been used to make that track better. As far as other tracks, it doesn't really stand up to snuff with what Kanye has put on this record so far. So it probably is my least favorite, but I still like it because I just see the potential in it. It just isn't fully realized. Track number 10 is Believe What I Say. Oh my God, I already hear the Lauryn Hill. I already hear it. That's another thing that was kind of spoiled for me, is that Lauryn Hill sample was going to be on this record, but I already hear it. Oh my God. Oh, All the moisture is leaving my body. It's so bouncy too. So bouncy and sunny. Please don't let 24 be like an ode to Kobe. I hope not. There's no reason for that to be an ode to Kobe, but there is at the same time.
My time to go. Never the right time to go. Don't love you.
When Kanye want to sing well, Kanye can sing well. It's not always crazy, but it feels amazing. He's hitting what he needs to hit vocally. It makes the track sound glorious. It adds such a sparkle to the song. And this is for everyone that thinks that people who don't like Jesus is King just don't know or don't like gospel. That is a gospel cut done right. You can do gospel and still make it sound good. Is it really forward thinking? Is it really boundary pushing on that track? Not really. But is it a decent gospel song? Yeah. Track number 12 is Remote Control.
They my only fan.
Wait, what? Huh? What are you talking about?
Remote control, like a CEO.
This hook ain't gonna do it. I'm already knowing. That's not gonna catch on. I'm sorry. I know niggas gonna be saying it because they Kanye stands and shit like that. That's not gonna catch on. You're not gonna catch me riding around. Remote control, got remote control. Suck my. Track. No, I don't. I really don't. I like Thug's contribution, but overall, I'm gonna be honest with you. That track is, the hook is weak to me. It's kind of like forced. You know, it doesn't feel like very natural. I think there's way too much empty space on this track as far as there not being enough going on sonically. So all the attention falls on Kanye and Young Thug to carry. And although I think Thug does more in terms of being a little bit more charismatic with his voice, I just don't think he can do it to save this track. There's just nothing really going on. Track number 13 is Moon. Who is that? No! I did not expect Don Toliver to. Bro, he sounds like an angel. He sounds heavenly. Look at Don, man. Look at Don, man. That's all I got. Just look at Don. Is that Cudi? Hey. That was just different. That hit, oh God. Oh, that track is so empowering, bro. Scenery of that track, it's like this pinkish hue. It's so empowering and like triumphant. Got Don Toliver coming in sounding angelic. Cudi knowing everything that he's been through, seemingly rapping with little confusion and such clarity. All of that coming together here, just like, it really makes you appreciate those moments where you overcome, where things go right, where you step over your obstacles. And that guitar hits different too. Like, that guitar is amazing. That is phenomenal, bro. Oh my God. Track number 14 is Heaven and Hell.
Close, burn false idols, Jesus disciples. I can feel your pain.
You know what else I noticed? There's been not one curse word on this entire album. I've been looking for it, because that ain't Christ-like, and it seems like he really sticking to his guns with this, trying to make secular music without necessarily, you know, going too into it. But I do gotta say, like, it kind of ruins it a little bit for me, because there are lines that seem to just be like censored, where you would otherwise just replace it with a bar that's not, I don't know, anything vulgar, quote unquote. I'm not going crazy over Kanye. Nah. I'm not going crazy over that. But it's that peering vocal that comes through. That's what I like so much about that. I do think that if we maybe heighten the volume of the choir in the background, it will seem a little bit more natural and heavenly, possibly. But again, the drums really drag these tracks down. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that they drag them back to earth. Like, if this is certain elements of these tracks, bring them to like a heavenly high or to this piece of divinity, and then the drums just bring you right back down to to earth, bring you right back down to the situation, help you realize like that we not past the obstacles just yet, you know what I mean? Track number 15 is Donda.
Only what he has meant to me, but what he has meant to a generation.
This dude loves his mom. That's all I can say. I think that's beautiful. That's all I can say. Track number 16 is Keep My Spirit Alive. These track titles, bro.
Flush the work just in time and ain't ready to thank God. Thank God.
Oh, I totally forgot that picture even happened. Bro, what is he on?
I was facing 15 and I beat it and I beat it. Now his kids see him on the weekend.
Oh my.
Don't hate me 'cause my heart is full of
We got
love.
Conway too? Are you serious?
Mama prayed for me, said she left it in God's hands.
Oh, if you're wondering what happened to my Benny the Butcher Tanner Talk 3 record, my nephew knocked down my vinyl. I'm not mad. It's fine. It's fine. But I gotta put it back up. I like that track. About keeping the spirit alive, keeping the spirit of Donda. I like how Conway references, you know, his situation for when he initially had basically half of his face paralyzed and stuff like that. I like when he references it because it's clearly something that was like one of the biggest struggles of his life, and that, you know, it's something that you should always be proud of overcoming. West Side Gun sounds smooth here. The boom isn't awkward. But this is kind of another example where Kanye's contribution doesn't add too much to the song. Like the features are going first. They're coming in earlier, and then it's almost like Kanye made these tracks for these people to rap over, do their thing, and then came in and added himself afterwards. Not saying that they don't have chemistry, not saying that they don't sound well together or good together. It's just that it's almost like Kanye did these in a different space from them. Next track is Jesus Lord. Sounds a little ominous, but okay.
Someone that needs
The background really of this reminds me a lot of No Child Left Behind, which the only reason I've heard a snippet of was because of that Sha'Carri Richardson trailer. Sonically, it kind of gives me a similar aesthetic.
Man, it's hard to be an angel when you're surrounded by demons.
I mean, I get that to a degree. Like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, when you are sometimes your worst enemy, it's almost like, is it really the people around you, or is it just you sometimes? When things aren't really, you know, looking that sweet or going that well, I tend to be, you know, more internal about it first. And that's kind of one of the things about this, is you don't want to accidentally come off as if the things that happen to you in a negative capacity are a result of some spiritual attack on you because you feel you feel anointed or something like that. You do still want to take accountability for the things that you do wrong. And at least in my opinion, when it's come to the negative press about a Kanye or the negative press about things that you may have done or said, most of the time it seems that those wounds have been self-inflicted. Not to say that the surrounding area helped the situation, but it has still a lot of the time been you, at least from what the public can judge for. I don't know what goes on in his private life, so I can't speak to. Well, I was trying to post a full clip to this, but YouTube wouldn't let me. So you guys missed the legendary Jay Electronica reaction, me losing my mind and throwing water bottles all over this office space. I know, sucks to suck. L YouTuber ratio, young boy better. Track number 18 is New Again.
I lit 100 lies. Thank you for your mercy. Make me new.
That's very T-Pain right there. Not a bad song again, but it seems kind of filler in comparison to the other stuff that we got. Like, out of 17 tracks, he surely talked about, you know, deleting my past and starting again new, basically being baptized in a way. So this track doesn't really add anything to that perspective. I like the way it sounds in some instances, but, you know, is it necessary in comparison to what we've already gotten? Not really. Track number 19 is Tell the Vision. Oh shit. As hell. Who was that? Show Yourself, Coward. Why? Because like that, what was that? Why is he here? Why is he on the album? Is there really a reason to have him here when you could have just got Fivio for another verse? He killed his verse earlier in the album. Why are we doing Pop Smoke for an interlude that adds nothing to the album? Why'd you put him on here? Tell the Vision. What vision? He's dead and he's still being milked for his vocal. Being milked when you already dry is crazy. 20, Lord, I Need You.
Cussing at your baby mama, this is why they call it custody. Children, the devil.
The Life of Pablo was in his ass, or no, he was on. No, I'm whoa. Yay, it was None of Us Will Be Here Without Come. Jesus is King, it was Closed on Sunday, You My Chick-fil-A. And I guess on this album it's gonna be That's Why They Call It Custody. Track number 21 is Pure Souls. Oh, we got Roddy Ricch. Okay.
and I cannot sell my soul. Jesus
Wait, do I really want to be repeating this?
raised in money sanctified, so I gotta say it again.
He always brings it. He's been performing and bringing the heat for a minute now. I'm so happy Kanye worked with so many people on this album. I really am. Like, he's really doing a good service by doing that. The only disservice he's doing it to himself, though, is allowing these people to basically make these tracks their own. As soon as they come in, I'm like, bro, this is great. Kanye comes in, I'm like, okay, this is also cool, but it's not as good as this feature. That's just how I'm feeling. About halfway through this other part, and it's crazy because I've started to feel that way basically after the Donda track. That track like 15 and then beyond. You know, it's falling a little bit.
Through the trials and tribulations,
I love that he's rapping over an organ.
how we in my car, you say we ain't in the same lane.
Oh, she sounds amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Kanye's verse. I'm cutting him out the song. Roddy and whoever this other person is, that's all I need. She sounds beautiful. Oh my God, she sounds perfect. The truth, the truth. This is what I'm thinking. The first half of this album belongs to Kanye West. The second half of the album belongs to basically all of his features and everyone else. Because I'm not saying that he's not still good on the album, but they are carrying. The rest of them are carrying. She sounds heavenly. Track number 22 is Come to Life.
Gotta make my mark for I'm gone. I don't wanna die.
You already have. He's killing. Just after I said that, he comes up like, oh, you thought that this wasn't my album? Let me show you, you bitch ass. Oh my God.
Make it all come to life.
Bro.
Make it all come to life.
I'm alive. I'm breathing. Whoa. Whoa.
And maybe the sun is setting in again.
I'm pausing. I'm not about to cry again. That was beautiful. Hold up. Let me regain my composure. Oh man, I'm not doing it again. What made him think to use the piano as a transition? This song is more, I won't say it's more beautiful than Ultralight Beam, but it's similarly beautiful. It's similarly crafted in its beauty. Like that track is amazing. I think I said that the second half didn't belong to Kanye, and then he just was like, shut up, bitch. That's great. Almost got me again. You almost got me again. And the final track of the album, even though there are other parts, I'm assuming that these are just parts that weren't, I'm gonna listen to them, but probably off camera. Finally get the full experience of what this track is. Oh, I thought he was about to come in. You know how happy I am to finally have this track in my possession?
No trial left behind.
Vory, chill. Vory is wild.
Back against the wall, never count on y'all, never count on y'all, always count on God.
Oh my God. I've heard this before, but I'm still not ready. Oh my God, I've been waiting for this for so long that he's done miracles on me. I just want to hear him say it.
He's done miracles on me. He's done miracles on me. He's done miracles on me.
So I just peered into those other tracks. Those other tracks have additional features. But they're basically the same tracks we've already heard. So the album officially kind of ends at No Child Left Behind, which is a great closer. Wow, that was a lot to take in. I'm definitely going to come back with like final thoughts, you know, maybe a week or two from now, how I felt about the features and everything like that. I thought that this was a very, very solid Kanye West album. One of the most solid that he's released in a long time. And I won't say it like every record he's released from the life of Pablo up till now has been trash, even though Jesus King was that. But I have to say that this is just so much more. It brings back some of that meticulousness that I really enjoyed from Kanye on albums like Late Registration, you know, on albums like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It brings me a similar vibe to Kanye's resourcefulness and how he's not afraid to go here and go here, get help from this artist and this artist in order to make just a great song in general. I do feel like musically and just like at least if we're talking about from a composition point of view, Kanye was more present in albums like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy while still incorporating a lot of help from other artists. Here I feel like in incorporating so many other acts, he oftentimes ends up being slightly overshadowed, even though you know that these artists, some of them wouldn't sound nearly as good without Kanye's influence or without Kanye's presence being on the record too. you just have to stop and think like, wow, you know, what would this track be if it were just Kanye? And it wouldn't be the same. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have the same feel, wouldn't have the same effect or energy. At the same time, though, knowing that this outcome isn't possible without Kanye's influence, without Kanye being in the room, these artists not sounding nearly as good on their own music, some of them, as opposed to when they link up with Kanye. It just speaks to what he can do for somebody. It's clear on this record that Kanye is still dealing with the grief, you know, from losing his mother, the acceptance that comes along with losing a parent, especially someone who was, you know, as well-to-do as his mother was. You know, she was a lot to admire about somebody. Like, the intro track starts off just repeating Donda. Like, I can't believe she's gone. I can't believe my mom isn't here anymore. Like, I'm still looking for her because I think she it means that because she's not next to me, she has to exist still somewhere, and I'm trying to find her. And it's such a heart-wrenching feeling and emotion to kind of live with post, you know, parental death. Jay-Z's feature, Donda, I'm with your baby. That's one of the hardest lines of the year. Almost like, I know that you've been watching your son wild out, but let me rein him back in. Because I still love him. I still got love for him. I know the type of person he can be. God breathed off the grid, hurricane, praise God, Jonah, okay, Junya, believe what I say. The list really does go on. Like, there's like a 10-track run where there's nothing but heat. Like I said before, I do feel like Kanye is in a much better space in terms of just being a little bit more meticulous. There are still some instances here where I feel like he's just overindulging in the same ideas or the same topics, where other tracks he's already addressed these ideas and done them better than what we see later on in the album. There are some really good ideas that don't end up being fully realized on some of the songs here, particularly the one with Young Thug, and other more gospel-esque cuts where Kanye doesn't really add to the album but instead bogs it down, trying to add more praise to God, not necessarily realizing that he did more than enough with all the references in the earlier tracks. This album is a lot more minimalist than I expected it to be. You know, not to say that there isn't anything going on here, because there definitely are explosive cuts on this album, especially that one with Fivio form where it transitions into a drill beat. That is fantastic, but just more minimalist in that he doesn't feel the need to overdo the design of the album sonic. A lot of it is very bare bones. A lot of it is, you know, drum. That Carti track would have been fantastic if we had some hi-hats, but there are a lot of instances on this album where you could just add a bit more. I do think there is a bit of a crutch when it comes to the organ on this album. I like hearing it, and I do think it adds this heavenly contrast to the darkness that the drums give to the record. So some of the songs end up using that as a crutch while also not having any progression. Come to Life with the piano transition is beautiful. There are multiple records that have some really nice transitions on this album. I don't think Kanye needed to show up as much as he did on this album, so there is a part of me that, while yes, I feel like his features take control for a bit, I do kind of enjoy that he pulled back in some instances, but when he does come back and add, it's not really much of a contribution in a lot of instances, you know? I think Kanye did pretty much majority of his job on the earlier part of this album and didn't need to do much after that. But a bunch of these other cuts are pretty much just Kanye with filler or adding nothing to the song. So while obviously with 23 or 24 tracks, you're gonna have an album that feels really bloated and gonna have some tracks that feel unnecessary, I do think that there is a beautiful run of just amazing Kanye tracks, some of the best we've heard from him in recent years. But with that being said, not much leaves me with the indication that this is an ode to his mother. It just is a good Kanye West album, in my opinion. So I'm sure I'll have updated thoughts over the next couple weeks as I continue to listen to this, but for right now, not bad. Bit too long, too many songs, too much contribution from Kanye where he should really pull back or just take away songs in general that don't feel like they add much to the overall album experience. But as it stands, that's how I'm feeling about it. Thank y'all for watching. You let me know how you felt about it in the comment section down below. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one, man.